We bought the cheapest Mini Cooper Clubman S in the US with a manual transmission, and here's why. Welcome to the Full Octane Garage. We just bought the cheapest Mini Cooper S with a 6-speed manual transmission in the US, and here's a little bit about it. This particular car looked really bad. It had been sitting up for almost 2 years. I will show some pictures here that shows what this car was. This car was sitting outside for almost 2 years waiting for somebody to rescue it. It had been parked by the previous owners because it had been stalling a little bit. It wasn't throwing any check engine codes. They got tired of it. Had over 100,000 miles. It was a daily driver for them. They wanted something more reliable. So it parked in the driveway, and after about 1.5 years or 2 years, we were able to come to an agreement on a good price. We bought the vehicle for $2,500, not knowing what was wrong with it, had no idea. We were hoping that it would be a decent car and hoping it would be okay. We went to go look at it. It's a really cool looking spec. We thought that the spec was so good, it matched our Full Octane Garage colors, so we went ahead and bought it. And as we go through some of these pictures, you'll see how nasty the engine was. You'll see how nasty the exterior of the car was. So there's some before and after pictures we'll go through. Went through and totally degreased the engine, got it looking halfway decent. Went through with the interior. We got a steamer. We actually steamed the interior, got most of it clean. It's actually a really cool looking interior. It's a two-tone red and black, super cool looking interior. Did a quick compound job or buff job on the car and got a little bit of the shine back. We still need to do more work on it. It's dirty right now. It's been out for a drive in the rain. But it's a really cool car. And for being the cheapest Mini Cooper in the US, I think we got a bargain. So, if you're looking for a fun car to work on, now I don't recommend one of these cars if you do not work on the car yourself. It is a DIY car. It's a perfect DIY car. This is one of the most unreliable Mini Coopers that Mini has ever made. And that's why if you're going to buy one of these cars, you really need to have some DIY skills, some tools, or being willing to buy some tools and learn some DIY skills from the videos that are out there. There's a ton of videos. The cars aren't very hard to work on. The hardest thing to do on these cars is probably the timing chain. It's about $500 or $600 in parts and some labor and some specialized tools you may have to rent or borrow. The rest of the stuff is really relatively easy. This car, fortunately, at about 70 or 80,000 miles, has already had a clutch. It's had at 90,000, it's already had the timing chain tensioner replaced. They came to the conclusion the timing chain was still in spec. That's awesome for an 80, 90,000 mile car. So we shouldn't have to worry about the timing chain in the near future. We did have to replace a knock sensor, coil packs, plugs, knock sensor, and those are the base things. We also replaced an air pump, which is driven off the camshafts, and if those lock up, they will just wipe your engine out, at least the top end of your engine. So we felt proactively it would be best to replace a $135 part and not have to worry about that. The brakes work great, the transmission shifts so good, power steering's awesome. So $2,500 car, we are going to have about $4,500 in it when we're totally done. We've got the price list of stuff, and we'll have a separate video on everything that's wrong with our Mini Cooper and how much it is to fix. But we estimate we'll have no more than $5,000 in this car when it's done, which is about what it's worth. But if you go buy a $5,000 car on the market, you don't know what's been done to it. You don't know how well it's been done to it. So the best option is to go buy a car for $2,000 or $2,500 or even $3,000 that you know needs a few things, and also that you know you can be proactive with doing some stuff to make them reliable. We'll do another video on what will make your R5556 reliable, but for now, highly recommended doing one. It's a fantastic car, a lot of fun, and it's a great value. Thanks for being with us at the Full Octane Garage. If you like our videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right now. Tell your friends about us and all the cool content that we're developing, and we'll bring more stuff at you very soon. Catch y'all later.